Hello everybody and welcome back to the World of Warships Legends. My name is Spartan Elite 43 and tonight you guys have been asking quite a bit lately, believe it or not, for a good Shima replay. I don't know if it's something that people have just been getting unlocked in the Bureau and they want to know more about it, but we're going to show you a good Shima replay here that just happened recently with Tuna and J-With on my team. And this match literally goes down to almost the very last second. For real. It is literally a loss or a win with less than 10 seconds left in the match. So, hopefully you guys are ready. It's going to be a good one. Now, obviously, I always preach in my destroyers to just do your job. Everybody likes to go out and damage hunt. Shimas are world-renowned for doing this, where you just say, screw it, I'm going after damage no matter what. We're going to show you what it means to do your job. We're going to go straight into the Bravo cap because that's where we spawned. We're going to spot on the way there by staying in between islands instead of driving right behind an island. And you can see we're already starting to look at measuring people up for a potential torpedo strike. We've got the Flounder already caught. Look at the damage that gets done to the Flounder because we catch him spotted at the beginning of the match for everybody. Okay, now notice the left side of the match. The Charlie cap is completely uncontested for our team, which is never a good thing. You never want to leave caps just wide open. Now, I understand that people have come into this direction. They want to try to help capture the center or whatever. But again, I always try to say, win your side. As a destroyer player, that means help your side. If you spawn on the left, stay left, spot for the left, try to capture the base if there's one over there, and so on and so forth. Now, the enemy's already in the A cap. We have a destroyer over there as well. He's trying to do his job. And you can see there's a lot of bad guys here that I'm starting to measure up for torpedoes. We got a Yami out here. We got a potential, another couple of battleships sitting out here. And the goal here is to just drop torps on these guys and hope that we catch them because they're not paying attention to us. Like, we haven't had to worry about torping anything up to this point. And of course, as soon as we start to torp, they drop and go away. So I'm like, okay, well, we'll just save a set for the Flounder here. And then I see torpedoes going for the Flounder, and I'm like, okay, well, those torpedoes look pretty freaking good. Maybe I won't torp the Flounder here. I'll just wait and see what happens. And so I'm looking at the Vanguard. He's backing off. The Flounder's still here. And I'm like, okay, well, Yami is right there. He's kind of changing direction. We don't know what we want to do right now. And this is one of the problems that I run into with a destroyer is I tend to, like, wait too long a lot of times when I'm attacking people. I think, okay, well, this guy's going to die. And sure enough, he actually misses his torpedoes or they don't run or they run out right before they hit him. So if I had launched my torpedoes, that guy's dead. But because I didn't, I assumed that my teammate was going to hit him. Well, our teammate screwed up, didn't have the range, and that means that we end up wasting an opportunity to get rid of one of their battleships. Who knows how many people that guy's going to kill because we didn't pull the trigger. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those really rough situations. Now, obviously, we have a Massachusetts over here. So we're going to try to get around the backside of him. And he's not going to be expecting us to come up from behind him. There's no reason for us to be behind him. And honestly, as a battleship captain, this would terrify the crap out of me. Sure, he's pushed up a little bit too far. He's not really that far forward. It's just that there's a lot of room behind him. And as a Massachusetts, and you know there's at least, you know, multiple destroyers in the area because we're all still alive, you got to be more careful. And because he pushes up so far, we're able to slip in behind him using island cover. And we're going to try to get rid of this guy. Now, our destroyer decides to go at him. We have a Alaska here that we got to worry about as well. And this Alaska is actually going to be a problem for the rest of the match. Literally. But you can see we're measuring up the Massachusetts. He's turning away from us. And he's just kind of, you know, content to stay there. So we're going to just give him as big a spread as we can give. I say big a spread. We're using tight spread, but we're actually spreading the torpedoes out a little bit, trying to figure out which direction we think that he's likely to go. Uh, he can't possibly know that we're here yet, right? So, again, he has no idea these torps are coming up from behind him. He maybe sees the torpedoes in front of him or something like that from one of the other guys, but these are going to catch him completely off guard. And you can see he is burning right now. So there's a chance, as he gets cross-torped, that he's just completely screwed. And there's the flood, and it appears to be a perma-flood too. So, yeah. The guy's in trouble, is what I'm saying. He's got fires burning, he's got perma-floods, he can't do anything about it, and he's going to die. Right? Like, that's the end of it. But he actually does damage cause. So, he survives for now. We've got an Alaska pushing right out in front of us. We're actually in radar range of the Alaska. So I really don't want to get right into the cap here. And as soon as I say that, he radars. And I'm like, oh crap. Now, I'm not worried about the Alaska so much, but I got a very angry Massachusetts here with very good secondaries that is going to absolutely chew me apart if I don't get out of this guy's way. Now, he is getting shot at. He's still getting touched by the rest of the team. You can see there's a lot of HE coming in for him, so if they get a perma-fire here, there's a good chance that they kill him. I would love to drop smoke and disappear, but there's no reason to because I'm radared. Now we get out of the radar, we avoid his shells, and we can now think about taking out this Massachusetts. We drop our smoke, we go ahead and put out some torpedoes just in case, and just as we launch all 3 sets of torpedoes, they manage to kill him with summer torpedoes. Go figure. But now that he's gone, we don't have to worry about him. We still have the Alaska here. Now, I'm going to go ahead and try to loop back in, grab this base for our team, because right now the teams are going both directions. They've lost a destroyer, but they've lost 2 battleships. We've lost a cruiser and 2 battleships. They currently have a 2-cap to 1 advantage, so we've got to do something about that. Their Shima looks to be about ready to die, which is going to be huge if we can get rid of him. But unfortunately, Shima manages to kill Jaywith, which then makes this a lot closer of a game than it should be. Shima has like no hit points, and we just can't get in range to get a shot on him just yet. So I have to, rather than, I go ahead and take the shot because he was stopping. I was like, okay, we should be in range. I'll go ahead and take the shot. Maybe we get that cheap kill. But then I'm like, okay, well, let's get back into the base. We'll capture this base with this destroyer. And we got to stay away from the freaking Alaska if we can. And we want to save our hit points as best we can also. Now, this is why I say it's so important to run the perk where you have Perceptive or Twist and Track. Perceptive is better, in my opinion, than Twist and Track. But Perceptive allows you to see the general direction of the guy closest to you. So we get a shot out on the Shima. We manage to take him out immediately. We also managed to capture the base, so now we're leaving the base. Alaska is pushing in on our cruiser or on our destroyer, and he takes a shot at us. We managed to dodge all but 1 shell, manages to knock out our steering. We're able to DC that and get out of there. Now, with this destroyer being right where he's at, I'm like, okay, well, surely this destroyer can easily kill an Alaska. Remember, Summers has a crap ton of torpedoes too. So he should be able to kill an Alaska that's rushing him. It had already burned his radar. So just rush to the Alaska and kill him. Like, he's not going to kill you as a destroyer faster than you can torp him. Like, if you're full health and you got an Alaska or something like that coming at you, the DPM of the Alaska sucks. So just go straight at him and YOLO torp him. Okay, he can't kill you. You will win that fight. But that's not what our Summers chooses to do. Our Summers chooses to turn away and try to torp him from distance and get away from him. And that's going to allow the Alaska to get in behind him and kill him. And then also take that cap. Meanwhile, you got me going all the way across the map over here to try to affect this side of the map. You see Flounder is pushing up. And so we take a torpedo shot at the Flounder. We're looking at Vanguard. We're like, okay, we got Bismarck and Vanguard here. I got one more set of torpedoes potentially. And the Bismarck's not going to see it coming. He's behind an island. So if we can just get into a position, we can ambush him. Flounder does manage to go down. So that was a waste of torpedoes. Bismarck is taking a beating. Not sure which way he wants to go. He's going broadside to our team, so our team is punching him. Alaska kills our Summers and is now well on his way to getting that base cap. So we've got a little bit of a timer that we got to think about. It's 2v3. This game could go either way. Bismarck's coming back this direction. He's going to bow tank our battleship, and I'm in the perfect place to ambush him. He has no idea I'm here. So we're just going to go ahead, drop these torpedoes out. As soon as we know that he's fully committed to turning, drop these torpedoes out ahead of him. We know we're going to catch him. There's nothing he can do about this. Even if he is running his sonar, it's too late. He would literally have to beach himself to avoid these torpedoes. And with that in mind, we also have a very healthy Vanguard over here. Now, because Shima is what Shima is, we've only done 20,000 damage, keep that in mind. But we have 2 caps, we have a kill, and we managed to help get rid of a Shima, which was no damage, but we got rid of him. We get rid of the Bismarck, and now we're looking at potentially killing this Vanguard. Now, we also want to get into the A cap, because right now, the Alaska's on his way to the middle cap. And if we kill the Vanguard, that'll give us a points lead, but we need to be in the cap so that we can get the cap and keep the points. Now you can see we do manage to hit him with 1 torpedo right on the bow that we actually had shot at the Bismarck, which is huge. And now our torpedoes are back, so we're going to go ahead and expect him to speed up and turn away here. So we're going to lead his torpedoes rather than trail them. And we're going to go ahead and try to get into the base. Now at this point, I know that that Vanguard's pretty much screwed. He's made the turn in exactly the way that I thought he would. The Alaska's on his way into the B cap. Our battleship managed to punch the Vanguard again. So he's got no health. All we need to do is hit him with 1, and I'm fairly confident that we hit him with like literally every one of these torpedoes. We played that perfectly. And again, it's not about damage, but it's about doing what you need to do to win, right? So we're getting into the area. We're going to go ahead and try to grab the A cap. We've got the points lead, but as soon as we get the points lead, the guy gets into the middle cap and starts capping that. What's that do? That denies us points. Well, we're about to deny him some points. That'll keep him from gaining on us for the moment. But if you watch, this game literally comes right down to the wire. We go in here, we're trying to cap because we want to maintain our points lead, right? We've got a 39-point lead right now, which is significant. We're denying points for 1, but we're not currently getting any points. So they're starting to tick away at our points, okay? Not only that, but once I do get this cap, that's only 1 set of ticks. They're going to still have 2 caps because he's grabbing the B cap, which means they're going to pass us in points. Like, they are literally about to pass us in points. But I need to get this cap just to make sure that we even have a chance. But it's going to come down to me having to kill the Alaska. So I immediately take off. Now that we're about to go, he's going to have the points lead. You can see he's taking it right here. He's still got 2 caps. That's the lead. Now this Alaska, at this moment, needed to turn around and run away. If he does that, he wins this match and we lose, right? Right now the score is completely tied up, but he's got 2 caps, so he's about to take the lead. There's the lead for him. Okay, if he just turns and runs, he wins this match. There's nothing I can do about it. I can get into this cap and stop him from getting points this way, but that's still not going to get us points fast enough to get the lead back, if that makes any sense. Now, if you look at his location, he's trying to get away from the battleship, which is the smart thing to do, and he could have just stayed behind the island, to be honest. He could have literally stayed behind that island, kept himself away from the battleship, but then he chances me rushing him for torpedoes. It's 1 minute and 20 seconds left. It takes time for torpedoes to get to the target. This guy's still pretty healthy. He's got 1/3 of his health left. But again, 1 or 2 torpedoes, the guy's dead, right? He's heading out past this island, and I'm hoping that right as we get to the position where he could potentially spot me, we're going to be behind the island. And sure enough, that's exactly what happens. So he has no idea I'm here. But then he just gets a little bit creepy and decides to throw up his sonar, and I am in range to be sonar spotted. So he knows that I'm here. He knows that this is all or nothing. If I kill him, he loses. If he survives, he wins. Like, that's what it comes down to. So I get 15 demon fish to spread out here. I know he's turning left, so we're trying to lead him with the left, and I actually have to kind of beach here to get the the last set off out ahead of him, anticipating the torpedo, or anticipating the turn. And he almost, to his credit, almost pulls off a dodge from me at this range. But unfortunately, all it takes is one or two, and down he goes. So it was that close, guys. Seconds left in the fight. Could have gone either way, and we managed to pull out the last second clutch with the Shima. Again, not a high damage game, 90,000 damage, but we got 4 kills, 2,653 base XP. That's called doing your job, folks. And if you like what I'm doing, punch the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.